And the paparazzis were out there trying to take pictures of him, and they wanted to catch him, you know, with that weight on, because he kind of ballooned up all of a sudden out of nowhere. Okay, watch. You should see a collarbone here, right? But you don't. You know why? Because that's the lupus. It balloons you up. And it's getting in the back of my neck. It's starting to fill up in my back. It's, you know, I look pregnant almost when I stand up. And in a couple weeks, I'll look a lot bigger. I'll probably weigh 12 pounds more than I weigh now. And I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. Lupus is such a hard disease. And the treatment is so horrible. I mean, steroids are worse for your body because they cause cancer. They're worse for your body in the long term than chemo is. Your doctor would rather put you on chemo than steroids. But unfortunately, with lupus, you end up having to be on steroids at some point. It all makes sense. All right, the masks. Let's get to the masks. Okay, we've got the disguises explained. Okay, the masks. When you're on these medications to treat your lupus, you have no choice but to wear something. Especially somebody like him who's going out, and you got to go out, and there's these crowds of people, and the thing is, you're susceptible because you're on immune suppressant steroids. You can get a cold, you can get the flu, and if you do, you can get pneumonia. And if you get pneumonia, you may not be able to fight it off. So you have to be extra careful to not catch any virus whatsoever. So that's why he was wearing the surgical masks. Just like when he went to the hospital on his way to the court that day, and he ended up having to go to court in his pajamas because they threatened to revoke his bail if he was more than 10 minutes late for court. I worked at the Santa Maria Times, which was the court hearing was in Santa Maria. I was there that day. I remember it, and I thought, well, look, I had to go to the hospital. You know, why is everybody acting like it's weird? He had to go to the hospital. They wouldn't let him go home and change. They said, no, if you're more than 10 minutes late, we're going to revoke your bail. So, you know, when you're going through emotional stuff and you're having to sit in a chair all day in a courtroom, it starts putting pressure on those joints. It starts causing your joints to get more and more inflamed. It can cause your disease to flare, just the emotional stress, because that's how lupus works. And I can see how he ended up in the emergency room with pajamas on and have to go to court that way. It all makes so much more sense. You know, dangling the baby over, I think that was like a bad judgment call he made. If you take that away, you know, the rest of the stuff, it's not so weird, is it? It all makes sense. Lupus is horrible. What I showed you guys today is nothing. Nothing. My eyes look round when I turn my head. They don't look right. They kind of look a little bugged out, you know? I mean, I'm getting puffy, and I'm starting to not look like myself. And you know what? If I could do something to hide it in every direction, I would. And I'm trying to right now with this movie mode. I've had somebody offer me a camera, a really nice one, by the way. It was very sweet, because they thought that I didn't have a good camera, and I've had people offer, you know, me so much help on how to get better video quality, because they don't realize that I use this mode on purpose, that it's not video quality, that I'm trying to hide the way I look, the way Michael tried to hide the way he looked. I feel sorry for Michael that he wasn't able to battle this disease in public, because this disease is so misunderstood. And, you know, if it was more understood, he could have dealt with it enough and labeled as, you know, weird, because it's not so weird once you know what it's about. I really feel bad, and I also feel bad that somebody as famous as him couldn't come out and say, I have lupus and I'm on steroids, because it could have brought more research and awareness. You know, the Huffington Post did a great article, and it's over in the, you know, the description. Check it out. It's very informative. However, they made one mistake. They said lupus is a rare disease, and it's not. It used to be a rare disease. It's not. It's very prevalent now. Connective tissue disease is more prevalent than cancer now. And you know what? Lupus and multiple sclerosis are the two most prevalent connective tissue diseases there are. So I really regret that they did that, because too often lupus is minimized. You know, they say, oh, it's rare, so not too many people have it, right? So why throw money into the research? Well, that's not true. A lot of people have it. And then you'll see these sites ran by people who don't really know anything about lupus saying, oh, you can get normal life expectancy. But you know what? I just lost a friend last week who was only 29 years old. Go check out the video. My friend Joe lost a battle with lupus. You can learn a little bit more about lupus and about what Michael Jackson went through. Michael Jackson just died at 50. In our lupus support group, and the one that I like the best, we lost a girl named Tara, who was also under 30. 3 people, actually, aside from Michael, that I know just in the last, 12 months. No, you don't have normal life expectancy with lupus. Not at all. Not at all. It's a very dangerous disease. It's horrifying, and it's very torturous and painful. And it triggers multiple diseases. I'm fighting 4 connective tissue diseases because of my lupus. That means Michael was probably fighting the same. It's not fun, and it's not pretty, and you want to hide it, and you want to not catch flu, and you want to not catch a cold, and then the steroids just make you somebody you're not. We call it the evil drug, and I call it the love-hate relationship, because you got to take it. I have to take the steroids because my disease caused my muscles to paralyze on me. If I don't take steroids, I can't move my muscles, and that will kill me because it affects my breathing muscles. I hate the steroids. I hate them because of what they do to me. It's painful changes. And they are going to probably cause me to have cancer later. And I'm going to have to fight that next. And I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not. But at the same time, at the moment, it allows me to bring my own cup to my mouth, to feed myself, you know? Because I can move my muscles better because of steroids. It's the only thing. It's the only thing that works. Because we need more research, and that's all we got right now. I hope Michael doesn't die in vain. I hope that his death brings lupus to the forefront, because I don't want us to lose more Michaels. I don't want us to lose more Joes, and you can watch his video. Joe's is in the description box. I hope you do. And I hope you'll spread awareness, because we don't want to lose more people at such a young age, especially people so big and talented. And I'm really saddened to know that he had to suffer with this disease, and that he had to try to hide it from I know how I feel. I can't imagine being a star as popular as him, because I know how much I try to hide it, just little old me. So I can't even imagine what it must have been like for him. I hope that you guys learned something about lupus. I hope that you'll help spread awareness. It's needed badly. We all would appreciate it more than you can possibly know. But I also hope that you guys will realize that everything that everybody says that he did that was weird actually isn't so weird after all. I know I was surprised. You know what? I heard things and thought, that's weird, why did he do that? You know, why did he do it? Come to find out, he had a very good reason. He was very sick, and he was battling a very bad disease with a very bad treatment. He had a very good reason. And you know what? He wasn't so weird after all. I guess it goes to show you never judge anybody. You just never know. Thanks for watching. I hope that you'll help make lupus a household name. I really do. Because we all need it.